Hello to our viewers. My name is Harold Gardon. I'm the Millennial Wealth Planner. And welcome to the 89th episode of the Late Night Tambayan with TPZ and MWP. So if hindi ka makatulog, no, dito ka na lang tumambay kung saan tayo mag-chill and we will discuss personal finance and life in general. So partner?
Yes, happy Tuesday night everyone and happy proofing po sa mga ating kapromilya. And ayan, si partner wala pang natatanggap na text. Pero ayan, I'm Bille Temanel, founder and content creator of the Prudent Generation. Ayan, partner.
Ayan, so happy proofing po no sa mga nanonood ngayon. Kindly comment naman kung kamusta ang proofing nyo at ngayon po ba ang pasok ng QPB or last week po ba pumasok or next week papasok no. So pa-update na rin po diyan at syempre no dito sa Late Night Tambayan we are here to give value to our fellow millennials, to the next generation, yung mga Gen Z, at saka syempre kahit sa mga Gen X and baby boomers who are millennials at heart. So, dito makikita nyo ang mga past episodes natin, no, doesn't only talk about being a financial advisor or about investment, insurance. Ang dami po niya, no? Meron dyan about business, meron dyan about how to create about journaling, no? How to create your dream board, how to use Canva, no? Videography, photography, at kung ano-ano pa. So, pwede nyo pong i-check ang anong tawag dito? Yung mga past episodes po natin. So, for tonight po, ang episode natin is about an inspiring, no? Inspiring story po to, no? Life story po to. So, kung gusto niyo pong ma-inspire at may mga friends po kayo na gusto niyo ma-inspire lalo, feel free no to share this and tag them. And syempre kung i-share niyo to, ano pa bang meron sa kanila, partner?
Yes, syempre hindi mawawala yung ating pa GCASH every late night tambayan. Just share our live session or kung nanonood ka sa Prudent Generation community, share nyo din. And kung bago matapos yung show natin at 11 p.m., meron kaming tanong at kung sino yung nakapag-share from TPG and Prudent Generation community sa timeline nila and kay partner naman, doon kayo sasagot dapat and sila yung may chance na manalo ng 50 pesos GCash. So dalawa po yung mananalo, ating isa, magkaiba po yun. Iba sa akin, iba kay partner. So valid dalawa po ang mananalo. Dalawa magkaibang tao. Ayan, partner.
Ayan, at syempre no, ito pong GCash na to, hindi po siya ganun kalaki. Pero kung matagal na po kayo nanonood ng Late Night Tambayan, may iipon to, no? At pwede niyo po siyang pambili ng Bitcoin. No, how can you do it? From GCash, you transfer it to Coins PH and you can parang quote and quote no dati kasi speculating ngayon parang lumilipat na no parang nagiging investment na si Bitcoin pero again it's still an exotic asset and later on di-discuss natin no in detail ano ba nangyari kahapon tingin ko maraming hodlers no ang na-shake out or natakot so kung medyo natakot kayo kagabi pwede po kayo mag-comment no ayan at para malaman natin ano bang ginawa nyo nung medyo nag-dip etong Bitcoin na to at partner nag-comment si Sir Jer no Cadillo. So parang sabi niya mukhang next week ang QPB. So ayan, so mamaya tingnan natin kung anong lalabas kay Proofin. Okay. So partner, ano pa ba ang kailangan nating i-announce o i-announce ko na ang ating speaker for tonight o guest for tonight?
Yes, partner, excited na akong marinig yung kwento na ating speaker for tonight.
Okay, so again, feel free to share this no, and tag your friends. And later on, baka may mga question kayo, hindi lang sa life story niya, about branding, about marketing, feel free, or about LinkedIn marketing, feel free to comment. So, ang guest natin for tonight, grabe po yung storya nito. Hindi ko masyadong isasabihin lahat, no? Pero graduate siya ng Bachelor of Science in Electronics Engineering in Mapua University no last 2007 and grabe ho kasi yung post niya na to may mga parang life and death situation no and later on meron pa nga dito ang dami ayan mamaya ikukwento niya to and then later on hinanap niya yung sarili niya no nawala ng konti and then hinanap niya yung sarili niya hanggang ngayon nandun na siya no sa path na yon so ang ganda po talaga ng story. So, ayan, hindi ko na ipe-preempt baka kasi may maganda siyang way of telling his story. So, without further ado, no, our guest for tonight, let's show some hearts. Mr. Bryan Valdeavilla. So, hi Bryan.
Hi everyone. So, This is Brian V. Let's do the hustle and solve the puzzle. How are you?
Yan.
Wow.
Yes.
So, so thank you, Brian, no, for accepting our invitation. And
Yeah.
and for tonight pala bago tayo pumunta dun sa story, meron lang mga short na long introduction tayo, no. Pero first part is for us to react sa mga
Yes.
TikTok videos. So we'll invite you to react on those TikTok videos na specially curated by my partner Mr. TPG. So partner?
Yeah, so good evening again, Brian. And ayun pa lang, di ba, sa intro pa lang ni Brian kanina, parang hindi alas 10, parang umaga. And meron na siya talagang branding na
Umaga na
nakilala
umaga.
sa sarili.
Yes. Yes.
And
Mm-mm.
bago ko i-share yung mga TikTok videos natin, shoutout sa mga nanonood sa TPG page, kay Norma Alcantara, kay Ma'am Norma Alcantara, Eman Obregon, kay Jack Abilino. Yan, si Jack, dati rin natin siya naging guest. So you can watch yung episode na kasama siya noong December on how to save money. So hindi pa naman huli ang lahat kasi nagkakasimula pa lang natin ng 2021. And yung topic namin nga is how to save for this year. So i-browse nyo lang po yung mga videos ng TPG and MWP. And kay Teodorico Cardoza Luzon and Lorelei Lejano. And don't forget to share our live session for tonight. And mamaya meron kaming tanong para may chance kayo manalo ng 50 pesos na GCash. And yun na, i-share ko na yung ating mga TikTok videos. So yung una nating TikTok video ay motivational. Kilala siyang TikToker na nagbibigay ng mga inspiration or motivation. So panoorin natin to.
Stop being too hard on yourself. Stop judging yourself. Everybody makes mistakes. Yet some of us beat ourselves up when we make mistakes. Why is that? Who says that by age 20, 23, 25, you should have your life figured out? We are all like children trying to learn to walk this life. You don't tell a child who's trying to walk when he falls down, maybe walking is not for you. You help him rise up again, let him fall again, and help him rise up again until he learns how to walk. That's how you should be talking to yourself. Be patient with yourself. Be compassionate with yourself. Forgive yourself for your shortcomings. This is your life. You should figure things out. Yes. Stop being too hard on yourself.
Ayan. So, sa mga nakaka-relate, comment naman kayo ng heart daw if you agree. Ayan. So, ano ang sabi ko, partner and Brian?
Ayan. So ako muna tapos si Brian. Ayan. Sige. Go, Brian. Ay, ako muna, Brian.
Ikaw muna. Sige.
Okay.
Go,
Ayan.
Harold.
Ayan. So sa akin, no, yung reaction ko dito, sabi nga niya, don't be too hard on yourself. And minsan yung nakakalimutan natin, we don't forgive ourselves, no? So minsan ano po 'yan sabi nga nila, yung ibang tao pwede hindi tayo mapatawad or minsan yung pinaka-closest sa iyo hindi ka mapatawad. Pero it starts with forgiving yourself. Na parang minsan, no, parang akala natin sobrang pressure. Ako yung sobrang example lang to, napakasimple, no, yung paggising sa umaga. 'Di ba minsan may meeting ka o kaya gumising ka na maaga and then magagalit sa'yo lahat, ka-meeting mo, tao, ganyan, and everyone, no? Pero pati ikaw nagagalit ka sa sarili mo. Pero iba po yun, no? It's very liberating when you forgive yourself and you tell yourself, okay, I forgive you and now it's the time to, di ba, to make amends, no? And it's another day, pwede mo pa siyang ayusin. So wag po tayo mawala ng pag-asa, no? Laban lang po, keep fighting for our dreams. And yan, go Brian!
Talagang itong reaction, itong TikTok video na to talaga nakaka-relate to saan kasi dati masyado akong egoistic. As in, parang kung pagkakamali, parang galit pa ako. Pero ngayon, it's time that you humble down. Kahit magkamali ka man, okay, move on. Sige lang, tuloy ka lang. Kasi dati, nung kasi yung kinalikahan natin sa school, di ba? So kapag bawat mali, parang depressed tayo. Pero ngayon, nung nakahang na to the right people, ngayon na-realize ko na bawat pagkakamali, okay lang yan. It's a lesson learned towards our success.
Nice. Yan. It's a lesson learned, not towards our success. So, ayan, partner.
Ayan. Thank you, Brian and partner. And ako din nakaka-relate dun sa video because last year, ang dami kong, yan, parang ngayon, dahil nagsisimula yung taon, ang dami kong goals. Dami kong gusto abutin sa buhay. Pero at the end of the year, at the end of 2020, nga, hindi ko naabot yung mga dapat na abutin ko. Pero, yun, it's a reminder that I should not be hard on myself. But, sigad nga, di ba? Kaya nga niya sinet yung time. There is second, minute, hour, day for us na, ayan, magsimula, di ba? So, parang dapat ganun din sa atin. Kaya tayo binigyan ng time para, kung di man natin na-hit yung mga goals natin last year or mga nakaraang taon, so meron ulit bagong araw, bagong buwan, or bagong taon para i-fulfill yung mga hindi natupad o hindi natin nagawa na goals. So, ayun. Yung aking masabi dun sa video. And sa second, TikTok video, dahil siya na yung pinakamayaman na, anong bang tawag partner? Tao?
Or richest man in the world or in the planet, no? Yung ano lang din po 'yan, no? Kasi hindi natin alam kung yung sa underground economy, no? O kaya yung mga hindi nagbabayad ng tax. Pero 'yan po yung pagkakaalam natin, siya yung pinakamayaman, no? Ayun.
Yeah. So, ang second video natin is about isang interview, short interview or a clip ng isang interview from Elon Musk. So, panoorin natin to.
You know, there are American heroes who don't like this idea. Neil Armstrong, Gene Cernan have both testified against commercial spaceflight in the way that you're developing it, and I wonder what you think of that.
I was very sad to see that because those guys are, those guys are heroes of mine, so it's really tough. You know, I wish they would come and visit and see the hardware that we're doing here. And I think that would change their mind.
They inspired you to do this, didn't they?
Yes.
And to see them casting stones in your direction.
It's difficult.
Did you expect them to cheer you on?
So they're hoping they would.
What are you trying to prove to them?
What I'm trying to do is to make a significant difference in spaceflight and help make spaceflight accessible to all.
Ayun. Masarap niyo dito, partner and Brian. Para
You know,
makaka-relate si Brian kasi engineer din siya. Parang engineer din yata si Elon Musk. Hindi ako nagkakamali.
Parang, gusto ko yung engineering kaso, hindi ko siya, hindi siya align sa gusto kong mangyari. So, kasi parang, parang wala akong passion. So, because of the right people, so ngayon, yes, nakakalungkot kasi kung sunod-sunuran ako, parang wala ako rito. So ngayon, dahil we need to take risks to get there, talagang natuto na ako mag-take ng risk. Yeah.
Ayan. So, ayun, no? It's about also taking risk and following our passions and our dreams. And itong kay Elon Musk, no? Parang weird talaga, no? Weird naman talaga yung gusto niya. Di ba? Sino ba naman yung tao na nag-iisip ng mga panahon niya na dadali ng isang tao sa Mars? No, that's a very weird reason, no? O sabi niya, gusto kong gawin na parang tourist attraction ang space, kaya nga space flight. At walang naniniwala, no? Ang daming dyan, parang sabi niyo, nako, ang labo mo, Elon, no? Parang that's not profitable. Pero nakita natin, no, because of hard work, perseverance, and syempre, di ba, focusing, yung laser-like focus, no, he's now the richest man, no? Richest man in the world. And ang tingin ko doon sa process na gusto nating ma-achieve yung mga pangarap natin, maraming stumbling blocks. Di ba, minsan di natin alam ano nga ba talaga yung will ni Lord, no? Pero later on, no, basta we do our best, I think lahat naman yan magiging okay. And lagi nga sinasabi ni Brian, no, ano yung Brian, let's hustle?
Let's do the hustle and solve the puzzle.
Yan, di ba? Let's do the hustle and solve the puzzle. Yan. Partner?
Thank you, Brian and partner. And bago ako magbigay ng action, shoutout ulit sa mga nanonood sa TPG kay Sir Lito Ross, kay BM Lito Ross, Timothy Ilano, and Eva Sihar, and kay Ma'am Luz Alilio. Ayan. Thank you for watching, and po, maganda na i-share po natin sa iba para marinig din po nila yung kwento po mamaya ni Brian, yung inspiring story po ni Brian. And ayun, di ba si Elon Musk, siya din yung nag-found ng PayPal, Tapos later on, binenta niya sa iba. So, gumawa ulit siya ng ibang companies and eto nga yung SpaceX and yung Tesla. And yung, ayun, sa buhay talaga, even though minsan yung mga ginawa natin ay yan, inspiration from other people, pero later on, kung sino pa yung nag-inspiration natin, parang sila pa yung hindi sa suporta sa atin. Pero, ayun, kahit ganun pa man, magpatuloy pa rin and hindi lang naman 'di ba sa kanila yung parang siguro sila yung isang naging inspiration pero siguro si Elon Musk ang inspiration niya is sa mas maraming tao, 'di ba? Hindi lang yung sila Neil Armstrong and kaya nagpapatuloy pa rin siya. And yes, and yung sa Tesla, yan ang astig din kasi nanonood ako ng mga YouTube videos and isa yata siya, although meron na sa ibang mga car companies na automatic or kahit walang driver, kayang mag-drive or automatic na nakapag-drive yung sasakyan. Pero sa kanya yata sumikat talaga. Parang yun yung naging brand ng Tesla. And nakakita ko niyan sa Hong Kong. Parang nasa bus kami tapos yung Tesla na ang ganda ng Tesla na Kasi dito sa Pinas parang hindi pa yata pwede ang Tesla na sasakyan. Manakaw yung mga At wala pa mga electric, 'di ba? Kung gas station. Baka imposible pa magkaroon ng electric dahil bumabaha pa dito sa Metro Manila. Ayan. So, yun po yung TikTok videos natin for tonight. And yun naman, magbibigay si partner ng mga updates. Ayan, partner?
Ayan, so bago ako magbigay ng update, good evening kay Miss Erica Sentinales. So yan. And sabi ni Sir Wilfredo, how strange. Well, back to work, no? Ayan nga, yan ang sinasabi ni Elon Musk. Okay, so yan nga rin pala si Elon, no? Parang ngayon lang ata kung di ako nagkakamali, ngayon lang siya pumasok ulit sa Bitcoin. Parang bagong convert to, no? Bagong convert. Pero hindi ko alam kung dati na ba siyang hodler. Pero yun nga, sinasabi ng mga hodlers dito, no, sa Bitcoin, kung si Elon Musk naniniwala sa Bitcoin, ako naniniwala ako, ewan ko lang sa iba, no, kung naniniwala. Pero again, this is not to hype. Pero ayan, siguro sa 24th pala, no, partner, no, we will be discussing cryptocurrency in detail. So ngayon, bigay lang ako ng update, no. Fitch, no, isang rating agency, keeps investment grade rating for the Philippines. So this is a good news for us, no? Kasi itong Fitch, hindi naman to tayo. This is a very renowned, di ba, authority, no? International group. Sila yung nagsasabi kung investment o credit worthy ba ang bansa natin. And according dito sa article ng Business Mirror, minentain nila ang ating credit rating sa BBB, no? BBB, no, 3 B. Ibig sabihin stable daw ang Philippines, no? Despite the pandemic, despite the negative growth, no, GDP, pero because of that very good inflation and kumbaga fundamentals, no, macro fundamentals and fiscal policy, sabi nila stable daw tayo. So ang ganda po nito, no, dahil ibig sabihin yung confidence ng investors ay nandyan, no, especially mga foreign investors. At the same time, dito rin po sa article, no, parang sinabi niya na out of the how many countries, ito may 51 downgrades daw sila na ginawa dun sa 33 among 33 sovereign. So ibig sabihin, yung mga ibang bansa binabaan nila na hindi na raw sila masyadong binabaan nila yung rating pero sa atin na maintain natin. So congratulations po sa Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, sa Monetary Board, congratulations po sa Pilipinas, no, sa ating government at sa ating lahat kasi syempre sa private sector, no, because we were able to maintain this investment rating, which is we are stable, we are a stable country. So good news po rin yan, no, for the stock market. So bigay lang din po ako ng update ano ba nangyari sa PSEI today and yesterday. So kahapon inverted hammer pero medyo matibay itong resistance, no, tong 7,300 level. Pero pag na-break tong 7,300, this will be the next support, no. So tignan natin, mukhang nagpapahinga pa. Though it's a downtrend, okay pa rin naman, no, kasi ito yung titignan natin, no, 7,000 level as the support. Again, malayo pa po ang potential nito, no. For those na hindi pa nakakapasok, again, risk reward management na lang, pwede kang pumasok ngayon and then we look at the next 2 to 3 years recovery, no. Now is time to accumulate. Pumasok ka ngayon, pero sabihin na natin nag-stream to biglang nag-lockdown kasi ang daming pumunta ng mass gathering, no. Nag-spike pwedeng bumaba yan. Pag bumaba yan, still accumulate, no? Still accumulate. Again, this is not a solicitation to buy or to sell securities because you can always lose money. Pero ang point dito, no, study muna. Kumbaga sinasabi natin dito, malaki pa po yung potential and the recovery, no, and the bull market after the recovery, matatapos po to, no? Matatapos po tong COVID, matatapos tong pandemic. Ang tanong lang dito, kailan, no? Kailan matatapos? So, now is the time to really accumulate, okay? So, ayan. So, sana maayos yung pagkasabi ni MWP. So, risk-reward management, just in case bumili ka ngayon, bumaba, you can average down, huwag ka muna bumili na madami. Pero just in case na bumili ka ngayon, 'di ba? Umakyat, pwede ka pa rin magdagdag kasi ang layo pa nung accumulation phase natin. And ano pa bang sasabihin ko dito? Nakalimutan ko na naman, masyado mabilis ang aking pag-iisip pero ayun po, no? Ayun, later balikan natin pag naalala natin. Check lang natin yung mga ibang stocks, no? So Mary Mart 7.27, dito is 11.96, mukhang gap down. Ano pa ba yung mga check natin? Fruit, kamusta ba si Fruit? 1.67, di masyadong gumalaw. No? PHR, kamusta? Hindi rin. Mukhang pababa na to si PHR. Late ang pasok ni MWP pero tignan natin, no, kung mag-create ng support yan at the 3 level. Kasi sabi ng mga iba, mukhang 5 piso. 5 piso daw yung target nito. Pero tignan natin kung ano mangyayari. Pero ang PHA mukhang masaya, no? PHA is still up, no? Still up by 2.11. So, thank you dun sa nagbigay sa akin ng tip at doon sa mga nakapasok, congrats. Ako po hindi ako nakapasok, no, kahit na sinabi ko to. Wala tayong cash during that time, so hindi ako nakapasok. Pero malaki potential nito, no, kasi PHA again, ito yung may squid pay, no. Yung squid pay would be a parang electronic, parang GCASH, coins PH na pinagsama-sama. So yung Squid Pay would be launching on February 14, no? February 14. So mukhang malaki potential nito. Pero again, let's see the chart, what will happen, no? What will happen? Kasi baka sabihin ng iba, mataas na yan. Pero meron pa po, again, in technical charting, no? Parang sinasabi nila, okay, may support and resistance. Pero may law po kasi na the market is always right. What goes up doesn't mean it will go down, but it can go also higher, no? What goes down doesn't mean it will stop and it will go up. No, it means it can go lower pa. So, what is correct is always the market. May nangyari po ngayon hindi ko alam kung ano nangyari, pero itong grabe po yung inakyat, no? From less than 2 pesos, that's 1.93, nag-grow to ng 50%. So, di ko lang alam ano nangyari dito. Wala po akong idea. So, kung may idea po kayo, feel free to comment, no? At nakasakay dito, congratulations din po kasi you're 50% reacher, no? 50% reacher, 2.91, malaki pa ba yung ano nito, yung dulo? Ayan, umabot ng all-time high niya is around 550. Okay? So, punta na po tayo sa Bitcoin. Tingin ko maraming interested dito. Marami bang natakot? So, ito na si Bitcoin ngayon, 33,471. Kahapon po, na-hit niya yung 30,000 level. So, yung iba nagbenta, no? Yung iba nagbenta na pag chinek niyo yung chat group, kinakabahan. Bakit? Kasi sabi nila, baka ito daw yung mangyari kay Bitcoin. Balikan po natin, no? Balikan natin. Baka ito yung mangyari. Nung nag-all-time high po siya ng 18,000, lumagapak, no? Lumagapak ng 5,000. So, iba nag-take profit. Again, it depends on your strategy. Kasi kung always protect the capital. Meron po kasi nakapagpasok na dati, no? Nakapagpasok sila dati, kinuha muna yung capital. Okay po yun, that's a good strategy. O iba, kinalahati muna, tapos kiniwan muna. Kasi we don't know, no? Parang, itong pag-akyat niya ng, ano ba tong high na to? Tinamaan ito yung 40,000, nag-41,000. That's the all-time high. So, this is the weekly chart. Di natin alam kung ito na ba, no? Ito na ba, bababa ba yan? O nagko-consolidate lang? Yung iba sinasabi, it's a healthy consolidation. Kasi hindi naman pwede po dire-diretso po yan na pataas, no? Kailangan po mag-create ng ladder para masabi natin na healthy yung pag-rise ng isang security. Pero, ayan po, ako personally, inabahan lang ako kahapon. Hindi po ako nag-out kasi ang growth ko dito ay 200%, 200%. Tapos kahapon 160% siya, bumaba ng 160%. Sabi ko pag bumaba yan ng 100%, mag-out na ako. Tubo pa rin naman ako, no? Nag-times 2 yung pera. Pero again, hanggat nasa 30,000, mukhang okay pa to, no? Hanggang nasa 30,000 level. So, meron akong nilagay sa story ko pero Ayan, parang kung magki-create siya ng ng another channel, no? Ito hourly chart to. So just in case ma-maintain tong 30,000 level, no? Tapos mag-consolidate lang dito. Sana yun yung mangyayari. Tignan natin kung ano mangyayari. Again, no one really knows what will happen to the market. Investing or speculating in Bitcoin is still risky, no? You can lose money. And uh, may mga ibang app po kasi online wherein pwede kang umutang, ang tawag doon leverage. So doon po kasi pwede talaga mag-zero yung pera nyo, no? Konting galaw, laki nga nung kita, pero konting galaw din, ubos yung pera. So kung hindi pa po kayo familiar dito, no, it's important that you study it first, no? Study stock market, 'di ba? Have an insurance first, alam niyo na okay yung financial pyramid niyo before investing or speculating here. Kasi baka mamaya wala pong sisihan, no? Mamaya sisihin niyo si MWP, no? Di po kami kumikita dito sa pagbebenta ng Bitcoin o ng kung ano man, no? Pero we are here to share kasi nga sinasabi natin the Bitcoin is the generational asset class, no? Sayang naman, no, kung tayo lang yung aakyat dito, mas maganda marami po tayong umakyat. Check lang din po natin, no? You can check Blockfolio. So Blockfolio, ito yung parang Investagram na pwede mong i-check yung nangyayari. Tapos nagte-text din to, nagbibigay to ng signal, no? This is a free app. You can download this in Play Store, Google Play, and sa Apple, no? Apple Store. So kamusta na ba yung mga ibang ito lang naman si-check ko diyan, ADA and Link, no? ADA is now up at 2.64 and Link ay medyo mababa. Pero magkano ba ADA? Tong ADA hindi siya nag-hype, no? Pero malaki po potential nitong ADA kasi may mga ano po to, anong tawag dito? Partnership, no, with AI companies, and in the future yung may guest tayo that will talk about ADA sa 24th, no? Pero ito tignan niyo, $0.27. Ang Bitcoin po magkano? 33,000, nag $40,000. So, ibig sabihin yung mga gitong kaliliit, yan po yung kayang paluin pataas, no? Sana pag nag $1 po yan, times 4 po times 400 yan, no? Times 400, 400% o times 4 ng money, tama ba? 0.27. And compute nyo na lang po kung ilan times yan pag nag $1. So, ayun po, yun po yung update natin ngayon. Again, this is not a solicitation to buy or to sell. Study first the market. And this is not an official, no? This is not an official program of the companies we are affiliated with, no? This is Late Night Tambayan with TPG and MWP. So, yan po yung update natin, partner.
Ayan, thank you, partners, sa mga updates. And ayun nga, kung kanina ay nakapakinig tayo ng mga about sa paano kumita yung pera natin through investment. Ngayon naman, syempre, we will enrich our soul by hearing an inspirational story from our guest, Bryan Valdeavilla. So, ayan. So, pero before tayo pumunta kay Bryan, so, pa-comment muna o pa-heart reaction sa mga nanonood sa ating ngayon. We are live po pala on different platforms. We are live on TikTok, the Prudent Generation and Prudent Generation Community, TPG and MWP Facebook pages and YouTube channels, and on Health Insurance Pilipinas. And hindi lang po inspirational story yung malalaman nyo kay Bryan or maririnig nyo kay Bryan, but you can also ask questions from him about branding or mamaya about iba pa, about social media kung kakasya sa time natin. So, ayun nga, pupunta na tayo sa ating guest, kay Bryan. So, Bryan, gusto namin malaman yung story mo. Ayan.
So, okay. So, hi everyone. So, I'm Edreen Bryan Valdeavilla. I'm the branding engineer, or you can say I'm a LinkedIn growth hacking systems expert. I help entrepreneurs, consultants, and coaches align their brands according to their voice, identity, and passion using foundational branding and LinkedIn growth hacking systems. So, how did I gone through to this point? Definitely, I was a graduate in electronics engineering in 2007. And because I was really ambitious to teach to the students, I took up master's degree. I was also a board passer. I took up master's degree. Wow. So it was in Taiwan. So during the time, it was me alone with my family. Me alone, far away from my family. So from there, I was really so sad. It's really challenging. And when I went home, this was my dream that I will be going to teach in Mapua, and I was earning 300 US dollars per month. After all the hard works, 300 US dollars per month. Anyway, and then I had another scholarship which is learning Mandarin in 2012 and 2013. And again, because I lack confidence, I was rejected left and right in applying for a job. That's so sad. And in 2014, I had two most miserable experiences in my life when I taught Mandarin from start to end. So in February 2014, my mother diagnosed like an ovary cancer. So she undergone full hysterectomy. And in October 2014, my father passed away. So that was my biggest regret in my life because I didn't forgive him before he passed away. So I was seeking for more answers. That was the most miserable life that I had gone through. And then in 2015, all right, I went to the corporate job. So I was vacant from October to March. So I work as a BPO company in Makati. So doing translation articles in Makati in CCC Data Management Services. And then 2 months after I got accepted, so I received the amount which was my land sold from Davao City with my grandparents amounting to 4,000 US dollars. Okay, I received it. However, my mindset was not good. It was not accepted in the reality. So during that time, I don't have business background. I don't have network. I don't have anything. So I ventured in network marketing for desperation. Okay, I'm going to venture network marketing. So that 4,000 US dollars, I mismanaged it. And I attended the free financial literacy in August 2014. So it lasts for 1 year, and then I jumped in internet marketing. So in internet marketing, I had an opportunity to invest 600 US dollars. Half of it I took a loan from the bank and SSS to join that opportunity. And then products after products after products, I spent my money in a mess without clarity. So that's why I attended the first ever live training, which was financial literacy in August 2016. That was Ras Huson. And then up to the point that I attended 4 live trainings in 2016. And in December 2016, I had a Boracay trip with my family. So each one of us, we invested 350 US dollars. During that time, I had only 110 US dollars left. 4,000. And then because I don't have a right network, because I said to myself, I know I will study it myself. Nagmamarunong ako. 110 US dollars. So what did I do? So I did a reflection in Boracay trip, and then my first training seminar that I attended, they introduced a personal development training. Okay, I invested 110 US dollars in that personal development training to find the answer that I need. So in 2017, all Saturdays are fully booked. So during that year, I explored about financial literacy, marketing, freelancing, and many more. And guess what? In 2017, I invested a total of 1,084 US dollars with no income in return. So as you can see, 2 years financial mismanagement, and now no income in return. So If you are really investing in yourself, don't expect a quick reward for first few months or in a year. Then, in 2018, at the start, I designed my vision board at the start. And then in January 5, so my mother introduced the Pearl Farm Resort. Oh, that was a beautiful beach where to celebrate my grandparents' anniversary. And then January 6, 2018, I took I did a trial session at the gym. And during the time, I was alarming 200 pounds. And it's not only an ordinary gym that I did. So I did something, a declaration like entrepreneurship is not easy. You have to start now. And I originated the tagline, let's do the hustle and solve the puzzle. Even I was too fat and not confident in presenting the video. So, in January, 10 of my co-employees laid off. So I have to prepare for myself. I don't need to wait for my turn that it will happen to me. What I did was, I invested in freelancing 3 mentors for 1 quarter. And then in April 2018, I got my first client in freelancing. And and then in 1 week after that, I got my pay worth $59 while working a corporate job. And then 10 days after I got my first client, out of 100 participants who participated the entry for the Ugliest Brand Challenge, I won the Ugliest Brand Challenge from the US. That's where I opened my possibilities for entrepreneurship. So, the next thing was, in May 3, 2018, I resigned a corporate job because it was a conflict that I was working in freelancing. So I earned $3 per hour. And then in June 9, 2018, I did a deep dive manifestation at Pearl Farm Resort. So what I did was, I stay away from my family for an hour and did the goal setting there. So away from my family. And you know how much it costs per night to stay at Pearl Farm Resort? It costs $600 per night.
Wow.
It's like you are attending a big training, a big event, a mastermind training, but I did something creatively. A deep dive manifestation at Pearl Farm Resort. I did a goal setting there. So I saved something. I'm not investing so much to myself in 2018. However, I got a connection for one person from the US. It's just, how are you? In July 2018. And then 3 months after, he shared his video about autism in a word. And you know what? When I discovered myself, that's me. And I cried when I watched that video during that time. Like, this is me. I didn't realize that I was struggling a lot. And then December 14, 2018, I saw the post from one entrepreneur about his porn addiction experience. I was guilty on that. And then a week after, I decided to give up that kind of addiction. And, the next day, I had a 3 months mentorship program from the UK from January to March 2019. So I got connected to more people. And then in April and May, I had a mastermind session with like-minded men talking about mental health, meditation, and masculinity. So during those sessions, I was seeking for answers. So to know who I am, so I cried during those 2 sessions because I would like to define myself. Who am I? And then in June 3, 2019, I started the 75 hard journey. And you know what? When I did everything perfectly with no mistakes, no missing of the task, it would end on my birthday. Like 75 hard, it should be, you need to have a selfie picture, you need to work out 45 minutes inside, 45 minutes outside, and then read 10 pages of the book, and then strictly no soft drinks, no sugary foods, no alcohol, strict diet. You can eat anything except the sweets, except the for 75 days. And I really have to master the discipline for that. I can make all the mistakes except those things, because if I make a mistakes for the task given to me, I will go back to day one. That's the toughest that I had gone through. And then I learned about having cold shower when I had a phase 1 journey for 30 days. Same task, but additional tasks such as the tree, tasks such as the cold shower, and then anything that can make you improve in your life, such as health, wealth, relationship, and spiritual. Three additional tasks as additional to 75 hard. And then in September 2019, I had courage to sold my vision of $400 to venture e-commerce. Yes, I ventured e-commerce. So it's a waste of money if you're going to invest that $400 to the business that is not profitable. That's a waste. But I invested in the training and I got a value on it even I didn't pursue e-commerce. And then, so I served 9 clients, earning $3 per hour over and over again, hopping skills after skills for 1 year and 6 months. So up and down, sometimes the worst is I don't have clients for 2 months, something like that. And then earning that surviving $3 per hour for 1 year and 6 months. And this is it. November 8, 2019. This is the climax of the story. Get ready. I had an opportunity that to go to the employer to apply for the corporate job. And even they talk to me every single word. I'm not interested at all. When I arrived home, I got discouraged with my family for an hour. And then I have few minutes to go before the discovery call with the prospect. Then, so I got discouraged. So the next day, the night of November 9, 2019, Is it going back to the corporate job or onboarding the client? This is really, if you're in my position, you are in a death. Luckily, I onboarded the client during the time. So I don't have skills, portfolio, credentials, and experience in serving the client using the LinkedIn. That was really nerve-wracking experience. If you are in that situation, going with the corporate job that I hate, and luckily I onboarded the client. And then more coincidences happened in 2020. So in January 29, 2020, I originated the name LinkedIn Growth Hacking Systems. And 3 years ago, I invested in personal development training. So it started with experimentation. And finally, I named it LinkedIn Growth Hacking Systems with the goal of growing the email list. Then, I originated my first brand a month after, which is Your LinkedIn Matters. However, I didn't make it. It didn't resonate to my brand. Then that client lasts for 9 months, and then 7 months after working with him, another coincidence happened. June 9, 2020. The client sponsored me the copywriting course. And remember, 2 years ago, it was a deep dive manifestation. Coincidence happened. So this year, I invested in public speaking workshop with Josh Vasquez in April and May, where after that workshop, it break my barrier of having a shameful 5 years old self. Going back to that story where I was really had a self-esteem for so many years, where it's a pageant that I joined where I represented myself as an escort. When the host asked me the question, I didn't answer even a single word. They asked me thrice. And as a result, the audience laughed at me, and I brought this shameful experience for so many years. So kung dati, kinakahiya ko siya, ngayon kinikwento ko na siya. Kaya ko na. And then, after the second public speaking workshop, so I'm now an ego-free professor, where back then, 11 years ago, I was a terror professor. So forget about it. I'm not that person anymore. Ego-free na ako. Excuse me. And then in August 10, 2020, I had a call with the US, with a person from the US. So it was a call about talking about my situation about autism. And then 4 days after, finally I have a voice. I have a V. I have VIP this year. So finally, I have a voice in August 14, 2020. And then the next day, the client decided to end working with me. So that client that I onboarded with, it was 9 months. And take note, November 9, 9 months. Then, from August 16 to October 31, 2020, I had no client. So what are you going to do when that happened to you? Are you the one going to be depressed, anxious, waiting for something? No. I did what I call resourcefulness. You have to be resourceful where what are the things that you're going to learn while you don't have a client for the meantime? I was learning nonstop. And miraculously, during those time, I got connected with 2 masculinity coaches to identify who I am. And then onboarded the next client in October 31, 2020. And I got a great learnings for the 2 masculinity coaches. I did a free challenge training with them. And then in November 15, 2020, I had 2 hours of training with the masculinity coach. After the training, I found the answers of not having a good father and being a man. I was looking for the definition of what the man is all about because for so many years, I didn't have a good father. Instead of being instead of taking care of prioritizing my family, he took his ways of money for his vices, drinking alcohol, smoking cigarettes. So I was really struggling for that for so many years. So I had struggling from identity crisis. And finally, the 2 masculinity coaches that I connected with, and then one of them, I got a training for 2 hours. Finally found the answers that I need. So November 15, 13 years ago, I was a graduate in the college. 13, coincidence again. So I mentioned 3 coincidences in life. And then I had series of wins in November. Like I had 2 books from Digital Marketer, and I transitioned level 3, stage 3 in freelancing. So I'm confident on my offer during that time. And then December 1, 2020, I launched the Branding Engineer brand. And then December 3, I cracked the code that in 4 iterations using LinkedIn growth hacking systems. And then December 11, I reached 1,000 US dollars per month earning as a freelancer. And then December 12, finally, I completed the VIP of my life. So August 14, 2020, I have a voice, which is V. November 15, 2020, reclaimed my identity. I, P. So after I had a session with the strengths coach, finally, I have the passion that I'm willing to pursue from now on. And then, in December 2020, take note, 5 years ago of December 20, it was Miss Universe 2015. And back then, I have no purpose, I have no clear direction, I have no goals during the pageant. I had the biggest win in December 20 of 2020. I had a mentorship program from the US worth $2,500. And I'm currently working on it. And then now, after 1 month, that client referred to me in the end of November 2020. So we're working with 3 clients and soon to be 4. And currently working with the mentorship program from the US. And I systemized the process of 5 a.m. wake-up call since September 19 of 2020. Right now, I'm already 100 plus days doing this activity. And it's really worth it. And have a rest day of every Saturday is my rest day, which is no client work. And most likely, I'm doing a learning session during that day. Yeah. And that completes my story on how I became a LinkedIn growth hacking systems expert, which has happened January 6, 2021, where 3 years ago, I originated the tagline, let's do the hustle and solve the puzzle. I had another video again for 8 minutes. And if you're going to compare it, so not confident, but the other one, I can already speak out with you. And I completed the VIP of my life. So aligned to your voice, identity, and passion. All right, that's it for for my story on how I became the LinkedIn growth hacking systems expert. This is Brian V. Let's do the hustle and solve the puzzle. Thank you and have a great day.
Ayan. So thank you, Brian. No, thank you for opening yourself and sharing your story. So sa mga viewers natin, if you have any questions, feel free to comment, no, and we can ask Brian. Bigyan lang ako ng konting insight, no. Sa mga kanina kasi medyo nawala, pero you can add or you can check Brian, no, during sa kanyang Facebook page, no. Brian Valdeavilla. And nung August 14, 2020, and we can see, no, about the trainings na ginawa ni Brian. Brian was healed from 25 years of autism, no? So naputol kasi kanina. So and makikita natin yung sinabi ni Brian of being not confident, finding yourself, no? Yung process na yon, I think lahat tayo pinagdaanan natin yon. And kung hindi nyo pa po nakikita yung sarili nyo or you are on that process. Nandito lang po kami, no? Nandito lang ang LNT. We can help each other, and yan, that's why we are here. Sabi nga natin, tayo mga millennials, we can help each other. Sometimes kasi, di ba, may factor na parang hindi daw tayo maintindihan, bakit daw ganito tayo mag-isip. Pero just keep on pursuing, no, that passion and finding yourself. So yung tatlong natutunan ko dito sa story ni Brian, no, sabi niya, keep on learning. There are times na sa ating financial advisors na wala talaga tayong kliyente, no? Yung sasabi nga nila maalat, no? Walang client. Pero yun yung parang sabi niya, 'di ba? Parang what did I do in the past 2 months? Kung tama yung timeline, no? Non-stop learning. Pangalawa, it's important to know who you are and finding yourself. May naalala ko na sabi nung nabuo daw yung tao, nabuo yung mundo. Pag nakilala mo yung sarili mo, makikita mo ano yung purpose mo, no? And the goal setting. And pangatlo, ang grabe yung 475 days, tama ba yun, Brian? No? Yung
75 days lang.
75 days. 75 days. Sabi ko 475, grabe. Pero 75 days, no? Having that discipline to start meron din ako sasabihin kasi meron ako prubalik alindog eh. Parang sabi ko may weight loss journey. Sabi ko 30 days ba yun o 21 days, pero parang never ko pa siya na-complete, no? Re-reset ako, 21 days, tapos biglang magsa-stop. Pero because of this story, Brian, no, I'll do that, the 21-day challenge journey. O gagawin ko na 30 days, no? 30 days na yung weight goals ko naman. That's I'll do. And I'll start tomorrow. No, later. I'll start later. Matatapos to mga 12, no? Ayan.
Ay, ako next week naman kasi ako naka-prayer and fasting ako. So wala akong kainan. Done siya yung kain ko. Pero okay pa rin. Buhay pa rin ako.
Yan, boy pa rin yan. Ayan. So, ayan, partner, do you have any questions kay Brian or comment? Yan.
Yes, thank you, Brian, for sharing your story, ano. So, pang MMK or magpakailanman yung ibinahagi mo na kwento sa amin. And ayan, very inspiring talaga na lahat naman tayo, timing pala yung pinakita ko dun sa first na TikTok video kasi ayun nga, minsan dapat talaga hindi talaga tayo maging ano sa sarili natin. But ayun, kung nagkamali man, there's still hope na makikilala natin yung sarili natin or talagang merong halimbawa, merong career or meron talagang para sa atin. And yun nga, narinig natin from Brian, yung senior niya na VIP, which is V for voice, I for identity, and then for passion. So, nagkaroon siya ng voice, and then identity, nakilala niya yung sarili niya, and then yung passion. So, yun na nga, yung binahagi niya naging LinkedIn Growth Hacking Master. So, ang galing kasi 'di ba sa mga social media platforms hindi talaga laging na yung LinkedIn at laging Facebook, Instagram, and yun yung TikTok, pero although minsan may pa-upload sa LinkedIn. So, siguro doon naman kami may itatanong, Brian, okay lang ba about sa LinkedIn?
Sure.
Ayan, ano ba yung partner?
Ayan. So, ayan, Brian, siguro, can you give tips for someone na nagsa-start pa lang to market in LinkedIn? Siguro kahit one or two na strategies in order to become a LinkedIn influencer or to tap LinkedIn, yung benefits ng LinkedIn.
So first and foremost, before you tap your market there in LinkedIn, you really need to know yourself first. So for your brand, you have to be clear on who you are, what you do, and who you serve. It would start in a process of yourself first. So make sure that once you establish these three things, you can optimize your LinkedIn profile. Make sure that you have your cover photo, a professional picture, a catchy headline, an optimized about page, an optimized experience, and then also you can share the portfolios there to show that you are credible. That's the next thing. And then after that, you can craft your own messaging template aligned to your brand. So it's not most of them LinkedIn marketers are out there. Once you recently connected to that particular LinkedIn connection, all you have to do is introduce yourself immediately. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, you are not building relationship with that way. You really need to have a right process in that particular journey. Don't get yourself desperate because you wanted to rush on things for the sale. It will not work that way. It will be a waste of your time and effort. Time is really precious. You have to do the right process for it to be worth it without selling your services right away. So once you establish your messaging aligned to your brand, you feel free to tweak it and then do the messaging, which is about at least 5 touch points, and sometimes when they see that your profile is optimized and they need a help from you, they can message you right away, which is rare case that it happened. And then it is possible that within that messaging template, you can already invite that prospect to book a call with you in at least 5 steps. It depends on the prospect. So you really have to really focus on it, because sometimes while doing the messaging, sometimes there's a message pop up within what you're doing at the moment. So you really need to be focused on what you're doing. So medyo naka-overwhelm sa simula, pero once you get the gist of it, you will be confidently doing the strategy on your own.
Ayan. So thank you for that, no, Brian. Sabi niya, no, it's important that babalik ka sa sarili mo, no. You know who you are, what you offer, and who you will serve. So that's important. And yung LinkedIn po kasi, it's very different on how we, personal lang to, I'm not sure kung tama yung sinasabi ko, no. This is very different on how you do Facebook, no, or Instagram, or TikTok. LinkedIn is a professional network, no, largest online professional network. Kaya important ho yung professional picture, 'di ba? Sabi niya headline na ewan ko kung napansin niyo palaging sinasabi ni Brian kanina, optimized, no? Optimized about page, optimized experience, yung portfolio in a sense na minsan kasi there are data or facts na hindi relevant, no? Not part of the optimization. So that's why it's important that you know who you are and what you serve, what you do, and who you are serving. And I agree do sa sinabi ni Brian kanina, yung 5 touch points. Ewan ko kung nafe-feel nyo, minsan may magme-message sa'yo, taga Pro-Life tayo, no? Hi, hello, I'm with Pro. Tapos parang, di ka ba chinek na yung LinkedIn ko nakalagay na doon na we are in the same company? Or minsan may mag-o-offer na, I offer digital marketing without first creating that relationship, no? And not sure if we were able to discuss this in previous LNT episodes. You need to add value, di ba? Yung iba dyan, nagbibigay muna ng knowledge o kung ano before you offer the services. So, ayun, yun yung 2 cents, no? Based on what Brian said. Yan, partner?
Yeah, so thank you again, Brian, and thank you, partner. And kung mga nanonood sa atin ngayon, if you have questions, you can yung ating yung mga tanong ninyo kay Brian about sa kanyang buhay at saka and pwede rin about branding and LinkedIn. Ayan. So meron akong tanong kay Brian kasi I'm also with LinkedIn, matagal na, parang college pa lang ako. Nung college ako, naiinis yung mga sinasendan ko ng email invites. Ano ba yung LinkedIn? At dahil lagi ka nag-email kasi lagi ako kasi di ba sa Facebook, parang walang ganun, add lang ng friends. Pero sa LinkedIn, email kasi yung invite ko para ma-add sila sa network. Tapos that time naiinis lang kasi lagi ako nag-email. Pero hindi pala nila alam na LinkedIn is a professional network. And ngayon, mas marami pa siya sa Facebook kapag in terms of network. Kasi sa Facebook, di ba, up to 5,000 lang. But with LinkedIn, parang more than 10,000 pa yata. Ano yung pinaka-maximum, Brian, na network?
30,000.
Wow.
30,000. So wala pa ako doon.
Ayun. So we were maximizing, no? 30,000 sa Facebook ata pag 5,000 limit na, no? Hindi ka na pwede mag-add. Pero sa LinkedIn, 30,000 ang laki niyan. So, ayan, if you have any questions kay Brian, pwede niyo po siyang i-message. Brian, do you have any parang Facebook page that wherein yung mga viewers natin doon sila pwede pumunta, or of course to avail of your services?
So, okay, you can message me in the branding engineer, which I launched recently. So you can follow me in that page and you can ask me if you have any questions.
Ayan. So, that's branding engineer. Anything, no? You can ask questions about branding. And of course, if you want to avail of the services of Brian, fully book ata na siya ng Q1, no? Fully book na siya ng Q1. Pero, yan, message niyo lang po siya. Syempre, if you want to maximize that program that he has. So, ayan. So, punta na po tayo, partner, sa next portion natin. Mabilis na rin naman to, Brian. So, ayan, sorry, nag-extend lang tayo ng konti, no? So, punta po tayo sa 50 pesos GCash. You can win GCash from MWP and TPG. Sa TPG po, ang kailangan nyo lang gawin is to share this live, Facebook Live sa inyong timeline. And later may question kami and then you answer it. Kung nanonood naman kayo kay MWP, kailangan nyo lang po gawin, punta po kayo dito sa YouTube channel, no? Harold Q. Gardon, the Millennial Wealth Planner. And may question kami, i-comment nyo lang at you can win 50 pesos GCash. So, ayan, partner, hintayin lang natin sila na gawin yun. Meron ba tayong announcements para sa kanila?
Yes, so tuloy-tuloy pa rin natin mga career preview sa mga gusto po na maging financial consultant tulad namin ni partner ni Harold. So pwede pong part-time or full-time. Ayan, so pwede pong one-on-one or pwede rin kayong umattend sa aming mga branch career preview. So sa amin po, kung accessible kayo sa Ayala or career preview, pero parang wala kami this Saturday. Pero every Saturday siya, wala lang this Saturday at 7 p.m. And kina-partner naman, kung accessible kayo sa San Juan, Green Hills, and Fairview, Sanda ay every 4 p.m. Ayun. So, being a financial consultant is a noble job. So, yun, more than the incentives or pa-travel ni crew, we can also help other people in terms of sa kanilang finances nila. Ayan. Partner?
Ayan. So, meron din po pala akong 2 bagong upload na video sa YouTube. Pwede nyo pong i-check, no? Una, about Mary Mart. Yung isa, MWP Eats. Palike na lang din po and pa-share kung nag-enjoy kayo, no? So, hi po kay Erica, no? Sabi niya, low po. So, ayan po, ang tanong natin for the 50 pesos GCash, ano po yung Facebook page ni Brian, no? Ni Brian V, no? Ano po ang Facebook page na sinabi kanina ni Brian. So, ayan po, comment na po tayo before in order to win 50 pesos GCash. While waiting, ayan,
The
meron
branding engineer.
Yon. So, yan, congratulations, no, Sir Wilfredo, for winning ulit, no, the 50 pesos GCash, the branding engineer. Sa iyo ba, partner, meron ng nanalo?
Yes, meron na partner. Pero bago ko i-announce yung aking yung nanalo sa TPG, meron muna akong sigurong last na tanong. Okay lang mo, Brian?
Yes.
Yan. Dahil life story naman yung title natin for tonight. Yan, kung nanonood ka ng Tunay na Buhay, usually doon kapag sa end ng interview meron silang tanong. And yung tanong ko parang ganun din, ano yung lesson ng buhay mo na gusto mong parang summary doon sa binahagi mo kanina.
So you have to do whatever it takes. So you know that it's really challenging, that you will get discouraged. But if you're going to follow what you really want, do it.
Nice.
And
Just do it, no?
Do whatever it takes. So sa mga financial advisors, paaring pagiging MDRT, unit manager, or kung gusto nyo maging Achievers Club, o meron kayong hinihit na incentive or travel incentive, or kung hindi naman financial advisor, sa mga magbabago, or magka-career shift, ayan, magiging freelance, like katulad ni Brian, ayan, kasi di ba from corporate to freelancing, parang sobrang challenging kasi iba yung magiging setup as a freelancer. Or sa iba naman, magiging parent, or ano pa ba, partner, yung mga life challenges na maaring kaharapin.
Or kung hindi naman career-wise, no, pwedeng baka may loss of someone, no? Katulad ng sinabi rin ni Brian kanina, pwedeng identity crisis, or pwedeng meron pala tayong mga baggages, no? O ngayon, very important din, no, to take care of your mental health. Kasi parang nakalimutan na ulit kasi during the ECQ na-highlight to, no, the importance of mental health. Pero ngayon 2021, I think important pa rin, especially pag January. Bakit? Kasi tingin ko marami ngayon na feeling nila na pag-iiwanan na sila, or alam mo yun, parang hindi ko alam paano ako magsa-start kasi ang pangit ng 2020, no? Ang pangit ng 2020. Hindi naman lahat naging okay ng 2020. Pero ayun, yung story ni Brian, hopefully can be an inspiration, no? And nakaya natin to, no? Kaya natin to despite all the challenges na pinagdaanan natin. And again, yung kinuwento ni Brian kanina, no, hindi po siya 1-2 years. It's 2007, no? From 2007 to 2020, ang haba po noon. At so don't give up, no, kung nasan mang aspeto kayo ngayon o timeline na yun. Yan, partner?
Yes, and bago ko kayo na ulit i-announce at mag-closing spiel, isa rin pala sa natutunan ko kanina sa binahagi ni Brian is yung affirmation kasi ilang beses niya din inulit yung affirmation, di ba, before dun sa mga talagang pivotal point ng buhay niya. So, ayun, dapat sa atin din, kahit maganda everyday, magkaroon tayo ng affirmation. Actually, ano din siya, biblical, kasi binanggit din yun sa Bible that speak blessings, speak the truth. So, yun din, yun yung mga affirmation. Ayan. So, congratulations and maraming salamat po sa mga, ayan, meron palang nagtanong, pahabol na tanong. Okay lang ba? Last na question, Ryan.
Ayan. So, ayan. Last question, Brian, no? Pahabol ni Ma'am Juliet, if kaya pa. Sabi niya, can you give a sample on how we can connect to new people, especially in our second and third connections to build relationship?
So how you're going to connect is you really need to have a connection message with them to build a rapport instead of connecting them directly. Because the acceptance rate when you are going to have a connection message to that particular prospect is higher than you just click and then connect. Hope that makes sense.
Ayan. So, paano ulit yung partner? Ayun, no? So,
kasi di ba merong first connection, merong second connection, third connection. Minsan kasi baka for example, for financial advisor, magme-message dun sa second connection, hindi kasi kaagad or hindi pwedeng makapag-message or kapag i-add sila, so yun yung nga, yung binigay na tip ni Brian na to build rapport din sa kanila. Ayun. Thank you, Brian. And ayun, so i-announce ko na yung ating winner. Thank you for joining Miss Juliet and congratulations, Ryan, ayan, for winning.
Ayan. So, sa ating viewers, if you have any questions, you can message na lang si Sir Brian and like his page sa The Branding Engineer, no? So, close ko na, partner, no? Ayan, thank you, Brian, for sharing your life story. Pasensya na, medyo nag-extend ng konti.
Wala akong problema.
Yeah, and thank you to our viewers, no, for watching, no, and ayan, hope you enjoyed the 89th episode of the Late Night Tambayan with TPG and MWP. Don't forget to follow us in Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, Twitter, TikTok, LinkedIn, Shopee, Lazada, Foodpanda, no. Bille mo ko, nandyan po yan, no, the best kimchi in town. And sa mga nanonood po sa Facebook, you can send stars po, no, sa page po ni Mr. TPG. So my name again is Harold Gardon. I'm the Millennial Wealth Planner and my partner is...
Yes, thank you again, Brian, for sharing your inspiring story with us dito sa Late Night Tambayan at sa ating mga audience at sa mga manonood pa nito sa replay. Ayan, and see you again on Thursday. Ano ba yung topic natin on Thursday, partner?
Ayan, on Thursday, we will be discussing live streaming, no? So, yung mga game live streaming, if you want to know how to set it up and you want to know paano nga ba to, no? Yun po, nood po tayo or share it to your friends, no? Live game streaming yan, partner?
Yes, and alam ko, i-discuss din dito yung OBS. Yan, isa yan kasi sa ginagamit para mag-live stream on different platforms. Ayan. So, see you on Thursday, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. So, I'm Christiane Temanel, founder and content creator of The Prudent Generation, and thank you for watching. Good luck, God bless, and